Hello, all you beautiful people, past, present, and yes, even those in the future. And I want to thank each and every one of you for 500 subscribers on this channel. That is just simply amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you that come to my videos, comment, like, whatever the case may be. All of you are awesome. And so for today's video, I asked you in the Discord if you had any questions for me, and I'm going to answer them in this video here today. But before we get started with the day, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the like button if you ended up liking this video, and say hey to Darkness down in the comments below. What is a TTRPG? Why did you make a .hack based TTRPG? What is the learning curve to playing a TTRPG and your TTRPG for those who have never played TTRPGs? That's a lot of TTRPGs, Erroneous, but to answer your questions, a TTRPG is a tabletop game in which a bunch of us nerdy people get together and create a story together. Usually there's one person creating the world, and then there's several players that are interacting with it. It is here that you are working together between the game master and the players to create a story that is entirely unique to you. Going through various story arcs, going through various emotional scenes, or maybe just something chaotic. It's actually because of your video, Aronis, that I actually got inspired to make the TTRPG. I actually found a short of yours. I think it was going over the like .hack magazine. I'll put it in the comments down below once I find it, or even show it right here, you know, just a little clip of it. Basically, I saw that short, I got interested, I went on the Wikipedia to take a look at the game, and I actually played Infinite Generation with a couple of friends of mine. While we did enjoy the game, it wasn't very suited for long-term games. It's mostly good for one-shot adventures. So I thought, hey, why don't I create a system that is similar to Dungeons & Dragons, but is using the same system as Infinite Generation? And so, a year and a half later and 300 pages written up, we have an entirely new system that is an evolution in Infinite Generation with so many new things added to it. New classes, new races. We took most of the classes and races from .hack GU, but we added more. We gave you the ability to become a goblin or a carry. We gave you the option to have a mecha grunty as the chakra machinist, or if you want to become a dragon as the fury polymorpher. There is just so many options that you could do with this. And as for the learning curve of the TTRPG, it really comes down to your group. Now, there are some groups that are full of new players like yourself, or you might have experienced, players like, like myself. Making a character for, say, Dungeons & Dragons, or even my system, is pretty simple, especially when it comes to my system. I try to design it where I'm not overwhelming you with abilities and such. Like in the first section, I gave you the tools of like how this system works, and like it is up to you, the player, just to see what it does and see how it works. If there's one advice I can give to you as a new player or anyone who's becoming a new player, is that if a role doesn't work, you can always change it. Speak with your dungeon master or game master or system admin, whatever it be, and see if you can tweak some things to help better your playstyle or help better your understanding of the game. It's a cooperative game after all, so as long as everyone is having fun at the table doing it, I mean, rules are there to help structure things. It should not be set in stone if something doesn't work. Who has been your favorite player from all of your D&D campaigns? Can't be one of yours. Man, I was hoping I could say mine. I'm sorry, Dechon. You're just gonna have to. I'm sorry, but look, I'm sorry, buddy. All right. I wanted to add you into the list, but Tara says I can't. Okay. I'll just go cry in the corner. Don't mind me. Look what you did now, Tara. You made Dechon cry. I hope you're happy. Who's your favorite D&D player? What is, in your opinion, your best stream so far, and why? What upcoming game would be your dream game to play on your stream? So to answer your first question about who's my favorite player character from all the campaigns, that is very difficult. We've gone through several different campaigns, but if I had to choose any one particular player character throughout all the campaigns, funny enough, it would have to be your first character, Terra. Now, Terra is a character that started off as this chaotic PC, doing things for the sake of doing things regardless of consequence, but when he actually got into his accident, when one of the NPCs that he ended up, running, ends up taking away something from Terra, that being his ability to walk properly, that is when he decided to grow as a character. He realized his actions had consequences, and he did some wonderful things as a result of it. He actually became more serious and more willing to help out those who have been wronged. He ended up, not just slaying an artificial Tiamat, but he got the Tiamat to attack itself and became a sage in the process. And to me, that is just some insane growth and has shaped the foundation of the other two campaigns going forward. So I would say of all the characters, I think I like your initial character the best. My favorite so far of our games. Okay, wait, well... well, I mean, look, I love all of you equally, just not at the same time. But if I had to choose one player that I have seen, help me improve my game, it would have to be Maya. Now, Maya is, much like Terra, was a very chaotic PC, but the way Maya has handled situations and the such, she actually helped me improve my DMing game. She actually helped me with my improv skills, because there were plenty times where Maya just kind of changed everything, changed the entire story because of a decision, and I had to work on it on the fly. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's it was just something that I was struggling and as a DM initially, but then I learned to adapt. I learned to quickly adapt. And Maya, if you are watching this, thank you very much for that opportunity to grow. It is because of your characters that I grew as a DM. So I would say, yeah, you are my favorite so far. But hey, that doesn't mean any of you are any less favorable. I love all of you equally. And as for my best streams so far, I would have to say it is the Dawnbound campaign. Of all the streams I've had, it was mostly gameplay. There's not too many memorable moments, but when it comes to the D&D campaign for Twitch, which, hey, you guys can watch right now, on Twitch, and we have episode 5 on YouTube right now. So that D&D game is actually really fun. I'm able to not just create a world, but I was able to create a world alongside Empty Milky's, my co-DM, and between her and I, we were able to create this unique narrative for all of you players, and we're hoping as the campaign goes on, it will start to, you guys will find, so many things to attach to. All these characters, all these players that do this. We all have a fun time, and I think that's why I like those streams the best so far. As for my upcoming game or dream game, I don't really know much that's being released this year, but if there's one game I do want to try out, in fact, I'll probably end up finding a reason to actually buy this, is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That looks like such a fun game. I do like historical accuracy in some games, and so that kind of piqued my interest. I really want to try it out. Have you ever done any lore videos regarding the Twilight Brigade in general, or perhaps the likes of Ovan yet? I did make a video about a year and a half ago, something like that, about Ovan, whether or not he is an antagonist or a villain. You should go check out that video. I'll put it in the description as well. To sum up, the general idea of it is to discuss whether Ovan's actions were that of a villain, someone who is intentionally doing this, or if he has been influenced and become an antagonist through outside forces that he cannot control. That's kind of the idea of the discussion there. I do want to know who had your favorite PC character art from each campaign you've DM'd. Oh man, there's a lot of campaigns right now that I'm playing through with you guys that we haven't finished yet, so I can't really say conclusive on it. But in terms of campaign 1, of course, like I said, campaign 1 is Terra's. You know, I've already gone into detail about that. Campaign 2, I really like the character Amelia. One of my biggest regrets so far is not being able to do much with Empty Mochi's character Amelia, mostly because there was just so much going on as is. But we did have some great moments with the character, and I think out of all the character arcs and like what she went through, you know, especially during that time with the Battle with the Bards, I think that was just an amazing time there. So I would say Amelia, you know, and her character for campaign 2. Of all the character arcs that a PC has gone through, I would have to say it would be Okami's character, Kamui. Now, in the context of campaign 3, Kamui's character in a sort of separate timeline ended up becoming the villain of the current campaign. So, like, in that separate timeline, she actually lost everything. She did everything that was told of her, and she still lost her home, her friends, her husband, everything. And she's been trying so hard to get everything back in the current timeline, in which, you know, she had to face off against her player self. And it is that character arc and the conclusion we had from that. Maybe one day I'll tell the story of it. In fact, I am sort of telling the story from my new book that I'm writing called The Watchers of Eternity. It's based off of, you know, that campaign. So if I ever do write the entire campaign, then I will be happy to tell you guys about it. Or maybe even do some YouTuber videos about it. Let me know if you want to hear D&D stories as well. Well, I think that's it. Guys, I do want to thank you again for 500 subscribers, and like so many of you, thousands of you, watched my videos, like especially now as of late, and it's really amazing to see that so many people are still interested in .hack, and so many people are wanting more .hack content, and I'm happy to fill that void for you. So, my goal with this channel is to at least get the word out there about .hack to inspire other people to create. Like, inspire other people to make fan art, to make videos, to make stories, anything .hack related, in hopes that Bandai Namco can go and like see this reception and actually greenlight a .hack project, whether it be a .hack iMock remake or a follow-up to Link or anything .hack related, you know, for the modern day. That is my goal right now, you know, just to reconnect the world, as it were. Yeah, that's about it. So I want to thank everyone for watching my videos. We got a long road to 1,000, but I'm glad to have you with me. I hope all of you stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have a good night.